Welcome to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. Each month, we'll feature business and community leaders sharing their stories, initiatives, concerns, and passions. Learn practical information regarding community resources and opportunities. Now, the host of Business Voice, Greece Regional Chamber President and CEO, Sarah Lentini.
Hi, everybody. You're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Bartolomeo and Parado Funeral Homes. I'm Sarah Lentini, as always, your host, and I'm also the president and CEO of the Greece Regional Chamber. We have a wonderful show for you today, starting with my first guest, Peter Messner of Messner Flooring. Welcome, Peter.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm glad to be here.
Delighted to have you on the show. Messner Flooring has been a member of the Greece Regional Chamber for some time, and you're a wonderful addition to the Greece community as well as the greater Rochester community, and you've got some exciting things going on, right? Tell us what's going on with Messner Flooring.
We certainly do. If you've driven down Ridge Road, I think the first thing you'll see is the new sign. Our new logo is up, and
Nice.
Our new brand name, which is just Messner Flooring. We have been members of Flooring America now since we opened in 2015, but for various different reasons, it was time to just go solo and drop the Flooring America Alliance, and here we are.
And here you are. And Messner Flooring, you guys do it all, right, when it comes to flooring?
That's sort of why we're called Messner Flooring and not Messner Carpet Company, like we were back in '62 when my father started it, or Messner Carpeting, which was our name for about 20 years. But now we're entering our 61st year as Messner Flooring.
Congratulations. That's
Thank you.
huge. 61 years.
61
You're entering
years.
your 61st.
Yes.
So you are 60.
We are.
You are officially having a big...
technically, I think it was a couple weeks ago. We turned 61. So
I think with a business, you get to celebrate all year, don't you?
we do. Well,
Yeah.
it has actually been a good year. You know, we also went back on the Rochester Top 100 this year.
Awesome.
We were on that a couple of times, a few years ago. But it's nice to be back in that group, too.
That's wonderful. And the business was started by your dad?
My dad in 1962.
Wow.
So technically, we're really into our 61st year.
Wow, that's
and
great.
I joined him in 77. And unfortunately, he passed at a young age in 1987.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And but I'm fortunate to have my son, who's now been named president of the commercial division, Ted, and things keep rolling.
So you're still working.
I am still
at the
working.
Business. Yeah. You
Every
are.
day.
Every day.
I have slipped back to 6 days a week, but that will be taken care of by the end of August.
And it's great to have literally an heir to the business.
It's a great relief. It's a dream come true.
Nice.
It really, there's been a lot of work put into it, and we're quite happy the way it's working out.
So back when the business was started by your dad in 1962 here in Rochester, where was the business located then?
It was actually off Jefferson Road on Saginaw Drive.
Oh, wow.
For half of the time, it was actually on Monroe Avenue. For half of the time, it was a one-room office and a one-man operation. And he conducted a lot of that business from the kitchen telephone. So,
oh, goodness.
Yeah.
How great is that? So you got to hear him on the phone a couple times, I bet.
I had to deal with him. We were in close quarters for a number of years. So we were on Saginaw for about 3 months before we drove each other crazy. And we expanded to our first showroom in the village of Pittsford. And we were there for a number of years in 1,000 square feet. Mm-hmm. Then we rented another apartment and then another apartment. And then we bought the old Pittsford post office.
Oh, wow.
And
I
we
didn't
moved
realize
there
that.
in 1994.
So the Pittsford location is where the Pittsford post office used to
Correct. Yep.
be? Oh, how nice. How cool is that?
Yeah, we bought it, and there were 3 individuals in there at one time, an insurance company, our commercial company, and the retail store. And over time, people moved out, so now it's a 5,500 square foot showroom, and we have all of it.
Wow. So what made your dad, do you know what made your dad start the business in the first place?
Well, my dad was actually a commercial furniture rep for a company, the old Rochester Stationery Company, and he did a lot of colleges, and he started in the carpet side of the furniture business. They kind of went hand in hand, and then he broke off and started his own.
Very cool. So he had an entrepreneurial spirit?
He did, which I give him a lot of credit for raising 9 kids and taking on that risk.
9?
I have 8 siblings.
My goodness. Wow.
Yep.
So I was going to ask if there, because you went into the business with your dad, obviously. I wondered if anybody else.
Actually, I had a brother, Tom, who was in the business with me for a while. He left, and he then ended up buying Naples floor covering in Florida.
Oh, wow.
And he's very happy down there.
Oh, well, yeah. How cool.
And then I have a brother, Greg, who is still with us. He's been with me for 30 years.
Oh.
And he works in the Pittsford store.
Oh, fantastic. So this really is a family business.
Oh, yes.
Every step of the way.
A lot of people worked a little part-time over the summers, sometimes sweeping floors or driving forklifts. But, we've been able to employ quite a few.
That's wonderful. So when you joined the business, you said it was in 77?
I joined in 77.
77.
I'm a graduate of Fisher University, and I then went to work for Genesee Brewing Company.
Nice.
And left the brewing company to get into the flooring.
And at that time, I'm sure your dad was quite delighted to have you join.
Well, it really didn't go quite that smoothly.
Oh,
Unfortunately, he had a heart attack.
Oh, no.
And as a one-man person, that's not the best way to leave the office for the day. So I was able to jump right in. Fortunately, every bit I put together, I lost.
Oh.
So I didn't do any harm. But then we talked and decided to keep the company going. He came back to work, but unfortunately, a few years later, he had another massive heart attack.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry.
Well,
yeah, that's very difficult on the family and very difficult on you. Thank goodness you were there to step in. How good of you to do that.
We were lucky that things worked out the way they did.
Yeah,
Because actually my mom still had kids at home.
Oh, wow. You mean really minors?
No, they should have been out of that. But they won't listen to this.
No, they will never hear this. No, this isn't going out on the airwaves or anything.
No.
It's not being, recorded or anything. So you've been there for quite a while, and you're obviously handing the reins over, and you were telling us a little bit about the evolution of the business. But as you have now recognized that you're really Messner flooring, right, Peter?
We are. And it's really kind of come together. I was thinking about this on the way over. I decided that we needed to expand. Pittsford's a great place to be.
It is.
But it's in many people's minds, it's not where you go for a discount. It's not where you go and do your regular shopping. And we tried for years to overcome that sort of stigma. And we worked with the radio stations and tried to do some different things, and it just didn't work. And I was thinking, it dawned on me, I think in 2015, we changed operating systems. The computer programming system that we ran our business on, we actually put in place right before my father passed away. And it really did not update itself. It didn't update itself at all. So we started a new system in 2015, which really made our business grow. We could do so much more without many more people.
Right.
And it was when this happened that we finally said to ourselves, now's the time we have to expand this.
Oh, okay.
And so then we were looking, and we were fortunate to find the spot that we're in on West Ridge Road.
Beautiful spot, yeah.
And we've been there, but then again, it's almost 8 years of the showroom, and with all the wear and tear, we decided it's time to redo it, and so we kind of got started and decided let's do the whole thing. So all new floors, all new product, a new name, and ready to go.
So you are, this is a true renaissance right?
It is. It's really the industry that I'm in has changed quite a bit, and the buying group that we belong to, Flooring America, had some different ideas on how their 770 stores around the United States were going to look and operate. And we didn't feel that that was really relevant to our market. They don't know Rochester and Greece and Pittsford and Brighton and Hilton the way we do. And we decided that we're going to do this on our own. And so what worked for us in 2015 was a turnkey. They literally backed up the truck.
Wow.
They did the design. They did all the layouts and all the product. And it's just not, it wasn't Rochester.
And it isn't the direction you want to head in.
Correct.
So how exciting. A renaissance, there's nothing more exciting than rebirth, isn't there?
There you go.
Yeah. So in case you're just joining us, you're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Bartolomeo and Prado Funeral Home, right here on WYSL. And we're talking with Peter Messner of Messner Flooring, wonderful three-generation locally owned business that is doing a little bit of a rebirthing right here in our midst. And you've mentioned the Pittsford store, and we've talked about the Greece store. What is the address, by the way, of those two stores?
Well, the Pittsford store is 19 Monroe Avenue in the Village, and we're at 2695 West Ridge Road in Greece. But our main operation, and we don't really tell too many people about it because we're not set up to deal with customers there, but most of my employees work at 1344 University.
I thought you had a downtown location
we do.
as well.
That's the corporate office, the commercial library, and our main warehouse. We have another secondary warehouse operation that we had to open up a couple years ago because of the influx of business. We're getting things back to normal, if there is a new normal, and so we hope to be able to have everything back under one roof by the end of October.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I wasn't gray-haired before. I'm on radio. They can't see this. But,
you could have just left it alone, but now they know.
Now they know. The pandemic has been very, very difficult for us, but it's really launched us. We're
out of adversity sometimes come, good things, brilliant things, creative things.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the market's changed, and that's another reason why our name changed is we were a carpet company. My father didn't want to sell anything but soft goods. And that's not the way people are doing things nowadays. So we do more hardwood, hard surface, vinyl tile than we do carpet.
Oh, wow. So there's really been also a shift in what people are picking. So if somebody wants a tile floor, they can come to you.
They can. I'd have to say ceramic tile is our least specific category. The vinyl plank is very popular nowadays. We're getting a little smarter on how to put it in and where to put it in. And we have a glue-down method and a floating method. A lot of really good hardwood. We have some very good lines of both solid and engineered hardwood, which are really, really popular.
Oh, yeah, and I bet they're beautiful. And it sounds like, if I may, there might be other places to get flooring, but you may have the ability to do some tailoring and provide some unique products if someone's interested. Yes, that maybe you wouldn't get in a.
We have some lines that we're bringing into our Greece store that we've been successful with in the Pittsford store that just have some style and some flair. There are a lot of the stands, the Karastan, the Kuristan, the Nurasan. These are brands that you can't find them in other places in Rochester. So we're bringing that over. I think the other thing that I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that we've also been asked to join an organization called Premier Flooring Centers. And one of our sayings there is, it matters where you buy flooring. I think as we've chatted in the past, it's important to look at the finished project, the installed flooring, and not just be taking looks at samples. It's how it's installed and how it will perform that I think people are are pleased with. And if they're not pleased,
they can come back to you.
They do. Well, they do. And then we take care of things.
Yeah. You stand behind your products and your local business.
And
there's definitely a face to the name Messner Flooring.
There's that, and we deal with manufacturers who take it very seriously.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, because the world is becoming so that it's actually kind of difficult to get human beings to respond to you when you have a concern, a complaint, or even a question. So that's really a plus, a huge plus.
I was filling in just the other day. We have some vacations, and a customer told me that they'd called another store.
Oh.
And then they'd called another store.
Oh.
And ours was the only store that would send somebody out and do an assessment for them, of course, at no charge. And I think, my gosh, these people evidently are so busy they don't even return phone calls.
Yeah. There's something wrong with that, but there's something therefore so much more uniquely right about your place and places like yours. But there aren't too many places like yours anymore in any industry. It is a change. There's been a change in the world. Yeah.
Well, it's difficult getting some people interested in being in this type of commitment. We're open an awful lot of hours, and you're out in the community. You're at a softball game, and someone comes up and they're like, "Hi, can I talk to you about flooring for my family room?" Yes, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess you can.
Yes, that's
what we do.
So,
but that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
They're neighbors.
Yeah. And speaking of, neighbors and neighborhoods and community, one of the things that I know about you is that you have been involved in the community in many ways over many years. I don't know what I know when I met you, I think you were the board chair of Jiva Theater, if I recall. Yes.
I was. Okay.
Yeah.
My new passion is Willow Domestic Violence Center. I've been on the executive committee there for a couple of years, and we were involved with helping them build their shelter. And there are a lot of neat things coming up with them. That's another great thing about my son is Ted is very involved. He's involved in Food Link, Habitat, Isaiah House. I know I'm going to get some of these wrong. He sits on a board committee for the St. John's Home. This engagement in the community is very important for us. And frankly, that's led to one of the things that has really caused us to rebrand, because we put this on social media. People love this. This community really thrives on supporting people who are engaged in the community. And, we had to clear that up. We have to be one brand in the marketplace.
And obviously a wonderful member of the greater Rochester community. Before I let you go, if people wanted to reach out to you, maybe there's some people that are interested in working for you. Maybe there's some people, which might be...
That'd be great.
Yeah, it would be great. And then if there are people that are interested in, connecting with you for their homes or maybe even their businesses, what's the best way to reach you?
Well, the best way, you can always call the retail stores. Greece is 225-0500. Pittsford is 381-6880. They can always contact me directly at my email, which is pmessner@messnerflooring.com. Or they can click on our website. There's a connector bot or something there. And either myself or one of our people will get right back to people.
Wonderful. Peter Messner, owner of Messner Flooring. Thank you so much for being here with us here today on Business Voice.
Thank you for having me.
All right, don't go away. Don't flip that dial. We're going to be right back with my next guest.
Families who choose cremation may worry about security. Are the ashes in the urn, in fact, their loved ones? Bartolomeo and Prado Funeral Home is Monroe County's exclusive provider of cremation with confidence. Their 10-step cremation process guarantees that the cremated remains returned to you are those of your loved one. To learn more about cremation with confidence, call Bartolomeo and Prado Funeral Home, 720-6000.
Since 1983, Herco Computers is Rochester's first and most experienced custom computer system builder. Herco Computers is proud to be working with many of our original customers, including the Greece Chamber of Commerce. Whether you need a custom business PC, gaming system, or network server, Herco Computers can build you a custom computer system that exceeds your expectations. Herco Computers also offers complete IT support for your business. We can configure your business network, provide security from viruses and ransomware to keep your business or medical office running the way it should be. Herco Computers is also a full-service provider of network wiring, Wi-Fi, and network camera systems. Need to upgrade from Windows 7? Give Herco Computers a call at 227-1270 to discuss your options to get your business upgraded to Windows 10. Herco Computers is proudly locally owned and operated since 1983. Call us at 227-1270 and schedule your Herco Computers free IT evaluation. Herco Computers, 227-1270.
Need help with health insurance? The Greece Regional Chamber provides assistance with health insurance for businesses, nonprofits, families, and individuals throughout our region. We pride ourselves on the personalized service that we provide for our clients. Let us help you find health insurance plans that fit your needs and navigate the paperwork. Greece Chamber Benefit Partners, located at 2402 Westridge Road in Rochester, New York, offers a broad range of medical insurance plans for businesses, nonprofits, individuals, and families throughout the greater Rochester Finger Lakes region, working with insurance companies including Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield, Univera, and MVP Healthcare. We can also help you access insurance plans through the New York State of Health, the official health plan marketplace. Again, you do not need to live or work in Greece to utilize our brokerage services. We serve the greater Rochester Finger Lakes region of New York State. Visit greecechamber.org to sign up for one of our free health insurance information sessions or schedule an appointment with one of our licensed brokers. Call 585-227-7272. 585-227-7272.
Yeti to Work is Rochester's talent acquisition partner based right in Greece, New York. We offer full-service recruitment functions for businesses of all sizes and all roles, from IT to manufacturing to sales and everything in between. We also offer exclusive discounts and benefits for members of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. If you're having a tough time finding employees, give us a call. We'll help you through the process and find that next great hire. Visit YetiToWork.com.
Call 419-344-4646.
Depositing your money with Genesee Regional Bank helps strengthen the local community. That's because GRB lends its deposits so the community can grow and prosper. Genesee Regional Bank. Community banking, community building.
Visit grbbank.com. Member FDIC.
Tell advertisers you heard about them on WYSL. AM 1040 and 92.1 FM and 95.5 West.
Welcome back. You're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Bartolomeo and Pareto Funeral Homes. I'm Sarah Lentini, your host. I'm also the president and CEO of the Greece Regional Chamber, and I'm delighted to welcome our next guests, both from the mall at Greece Ridge. Jay Wilmot, who is the general manager, and Bill Judkins, who heads up marketing and communications. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, Jay, why don't I start with you? As the general manager of the mall at Greece Ridge, tell us a little bit about what's going on. We've not had you on the show before, and of course, you're a major hub of commerce, not just in Greece, but in Monroe County.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of exciting things going on at the mall these days. You know, of course, there was COVID, and things were kind of slow after that. The sales have really picked up. Way ahead of 2019, actually. So everything's trending in the right direction. We have some exciting new tenants coming. Regal had left the property this last year, but we have a new tenant, Apple Cinema, who's opening up in Pittsburgh Plaza as well.
Great.
We'll be doing a full renovation of that, so that's exciting. Then, of course, we're just working on a lot of different entertainment concepts to try to get people back in the door. Some exciting things that we'll share with you in the coming future.
Okay, so there's more to come. We have to have you back on the show because you've got you're going to have more things to announce. It's great to hear that things are trending in the right direction. Great to hear that you've got a brand new cinema that's now in 2 locations under the, I assume it's the Wilmot umbrella. And are you at liberty? You guys, are you at liberty to tell us about any of the newer stores that have come into the mall or are planned to come in? I know you can't tell us everything, but any recent additions?
Bill, you want to cover that?
Yeah, well, we have Wingstop coming in by the end of the month. We are looking at possibly getting Indy carts, the go-kart guys from Marketplace Mall,
Very cool.
also involved at Grease Ridge. So that's exciting. One thing to keep in mind, the leasing process can be very, very lengthy. Although, people may see vacant stores, we see opportunities there, and they may have 3 or 4 different concepts for any given place going on at the same time. And, usually one falls into place, and that means we get new stores. So,
and you said something important, which is there are some opportunities right now, which is great for businesses and businesses of all sorts. I imagine
Yes.
not necessarily just consumer packaged goods businesses. Might even be opportunities for nonprofits. For somewhat less traditional mall businesses to come in.
Sure.
And my memory is that you guys not only have a nice inventory of different sizes and types of real estate, but also that you work pretty closely with your, prospective tenants in terms of figuring out ways to tailor a space to fit their needs, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's an entire construction arm of Wilmot. Often they do hire their own contractors, with permits through the town and architectural drawings. That's some of what lends into that length of time, from signed contract to store open. But yeah, we try to support them in many ways. Not only through marketing, that kind of support is important to them, but also through our construction and, consultation.
That's great. And you mentioned that Wingstop is coming in?
Yes, we're excited.
Tell us a little bit about Wingstop. What do they do?
Wingstop is based in Texas, and they have, I want to say, 153 stores across the country. The next closest one for us would have been Utica, but now it's going to be Irondequoit. They're coming to Irondequoit as well. They're known for their flavors and sauces. They have, I think, over 25 or 30 different ways that you can prepare wings. They're known for their seasoned fries. They're very popular because people who are familiar with them that may be from Texas that live here now are just
diehard fans.
Over the moon about it.
Over the moon. Yeah. They've got a following.
Yes.
Big time. How exciting.
Yeah.
Food is good.
Yes, it is.
I will confess to you that I wasn't sure what they were because I'm not familiar with them. So that's great. Wingstop.
Yeah, Wingstop.
And you said they're coming in or they are there already?
They're finishing out their construction phase, and we anticipate them to be open either the last week of August or first week of September.
Oh, wonderful. So coming soon.
Yes, coming soon.
So folks listening should be, starting to get their bibs out.
That's right.
It sounds like messy eating. It sounds delicious.
Yeah.
So wonderful. And I love that you're, potentially going to be bringing in some of the activities that were at Marketplace.
Yeah.
That's terrific as well. So, Jay, you're part of the Wilmot group, yes?
Yes.
And you guys, you don't just own the mall at Grease Ridge, right?
No, yeah, we venture into some other outfits. Have a couple of casinos throughout the nation, as well as some apartments at colleges, stuff like that. We try to diversify a little bit.
That's great. I didn't know you guys owned any casinos. Which casinos are those?
I believe one is open. I can't recall the names, but out in Oklahoma, California.
Oh, wow.
We partner with some groups out there.
Very cool. And in terms of malls, don't you own other malls in this area in Monroe County?
Yep, we own Eastview, Marketplace Mall, Grease Ridge, of course, and then Pittsburgh Plaza.
That's great. I mean, that's kind of all of them. Just to kind of make that point. So you guys are definitely old pros when it comes to malls and commercial retail space, and we're really delighted to see that there's a rebirth happening. COVID has been difficult on any anybody dealing with with retail outlets and retail stores. So it's great to see that you're reopening and bringing in some new retail opportunities. So do people reach out to you, Jay, when they're interested in possibly coming to the mall or at least exploring what space?
Yeah, anyone really can reach out. And then usually we'll just send them to our leasing team, and they'll talk them through the process. It's a pretty easy process. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Just ask questions, and we'll direct you in the right place.
And what's the best way to reach out to you guys? Is it going on your website, and is there a place on their website for inquiries, or is there a phone number, a name, an email address, couple ways?
Yeah, we're going to be launching a website soon for the corporate office. Right now, it's there, but it's being relaunched in about 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So it's easy to get in touch with the leasing folks. You could also go through Mall at Grease Ridge directly, too, and there's ways to contact us there.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. And Jay, how many, either one of you actually, how many stores do you have at the mall at present, roughly? And, where should people be?
I mean, Greece is quite a large mall, as you know, one of the biggest in the country.
I didn't.
So I think we have around 100 stores there approximately right now.
Wow.
Whether they're permanent or temporary stores.
It's a lot of stores. Yeah.
Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah.
It takes you about, I think, 15 minutes to walk from one end to the other. So
it's 1.6 million square feet.
Wow.
So,
wow. 100 stores and 1.6 million square feet and one of the largest malls in the country. I'm guessing that that our listeners didn't all realize that. I'm not sure that I did, and I'm embarrassed to tell you that, but I don't know that I did. So I knew it was big. I just didn't know it was one of the biggest ones in the country.
It's number 5.
Number 5.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Well, it used to be, what was it, Long Ridge and
Greasetown.
And Greasetown Mall. Yeah, and we connected those in 1994.
And made a mega mall. Right across the street from the chamber offices. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that the Mall at Grease Ridge is a longstanding member of the Grease Regional Chamber of Commerce, and also a longstanding partner. We really appreciate your partnership in the Health and Home Expo, which we just held this past June. For the we're now doing repeat performances in June, and what a lovely place. To hold a Health and Home Expo, a natural place to be doing an expo for business. And then, I just want to give a shout out to all of you, Jay, to you, Jay, and to Bill. What a pleasure it is to work with all of you. It's that makes a big difference for us. You're incredibly accommodating. You have a professional team that's of such great help to us. So we really appreciate the partnership.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So as we look to the future, you said there's more coming online, but you might not be in a place to tell us just yet. Do you have kind of a sense of when you're going to have some new announcements for us?
I think 2024 is going to be probably a very exciting time. If we can get leasing to push some of the plans through that they have, we'll be having a major transformation at the mall.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Just wonderful. And before I let you go, as you look kind of back, because you've now, Jay, you in particular, you and your family, you've been in this business for a while. What kinds of trends are you seeing? What sorts of things do you see? Is there a natural evolution for malls as we move into the future?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's two things. First, a lot of big box stores such as, Sears are closed permanently.
Mm-hmm.
So one of those things is trying to find exciting new ways to fill in those boxes, which has been a struggle, but we're finding our way around that.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 2, I would say, is just, the evolution of entertainment. There's so many exciting new concepts around that we're seeing across malls across the country, and I think entertainment is really is what getting people in the door these days. So what we're working on.
That's great.
We'll have some exciting things for sure.
Yeah, you definitely have my interest piqued now. Hopefully our listeners as well, because indeed entertainment, who doesn't love the idea of having some additional, unique, locally accessible entertainment? And malls could be a wonderful venue for that, and I'm guessing we're talking about more than movie theaters at this point. So, yes. Yeah. So,
what's great about it too is that it creates a destination point that brings in people from outside the market. Mm-hmm. So, people that may have traveled a little bit a distance to get there, and then want to spend time shopping in the mall. So,
that sounds great. Well, I'm very excited to hear that, and can't wait. You guys have to let me know when you're ready to come back on the show, because I can't wait to be sharing more specifics with our listeners. And in the interim, I thank you both so much for being here today. Jay Wilmot, General Manager, Bill Judkins, Head of Marketing and Communications, both for the mall at Grease Ridge. Thanks both so much for being here on Business Voice today.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah.
All right, don't go away. I'm going to be right back with my next guest. Do not flip that dial.
Need help with health insurance? The Grease Regional Chamber provides assistance with health insurance for businesses, nonprofits, families, and individuals throughout our region. We pride ourselves on the personalized service that we provide for our clients. Let us help you find health insurance plans that fit your needs and navigate the paperwork. Grease Chamber Benefit Partners, located at 2402 Westridge Road in Rochester, New York, offers a broad range of medical insurance plans for businesses, nonprofits, individuals, and families throughout the greater Rochester Finger Lakes region, working with insurance companies including Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield, Univera, and MVP Healthcare. We can also help you access insurance plans through the New York State of Health, the official health plan marketplace. Again, you do not need to live or work in Greece to utilize our brokerage services. We serve the greater Rochester Finger Lakes region of New York State. Visit greasechamber.org to sign up for one of our free health insurance information sessions or schedule an appointment with one of our licensed brokers. Call 585-227-7272. 585-227-7272.
Funerals can be expensive. You may be surprised to learn that you can get Bartolomeo and Prado Funeral Homes 5-star service at a price you can afford. They understand one price doesn't fit all and strive to ensure that your needs are met within your budget. Their family of funeral homes are a part of helping to achieve that goal. But above all else, they promise quality service. The details are taken care of so you can focus on what's important. Find out more by calling Bartolomeo and Prado Funeral Home at 720-6000.
If you're looking for an opportunity to play a vital role in the fast-growing field of healthcare, then consider earning a degree in medical reimbursement and coding from Bryant and Stratton College. With curriculum built around the same standards and software used in the industry, you'll graduate with the skills and confidence needed to sit for key certification exams required by employers. And this program is now offered in a new blended learning format, combining the best of instructor-led face-to-face classroom instruction with virtual learning, giving you the flexibility to earn your degree in a way that best suits your schedule and life. Plus, thanks to Career Life Prep, you'll have a team to help chart your path, learn the soft skills employers are looking for, gain valuable professional connections, and enjoy career services support for life. So learn more about a career in medical reimbursement and coding today at bryantstratton.edu. Bryant and Stratton College, for every and in life. For important information and disclosures, please visit bryantstratton.edu/disclosures. Bryant and Stratton College complies with applicable state authorization regulations for distance education in all other states.
My career as a journalist spans nearly 2 decades, much of that here at 13 WHAM News.
We begin with law enforcement encountering...
The news we share can be difficult, but it's important to keep you informed and ready for what's ahead. I promise we'll also highlight all the good in our community and celebrate what brings us together. That's my commitment to you every night on 13 WHAM News.
Matt Malloy, weeknights on 13 WHAM News at 5, 10, and 11.
If you're looking to market and grow your business, make new business connections, and give back to the community in a meaningful way, consider joining the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. We're the largest suburban chamber in Monroe County, and we offer networking, education, marketing, insurance, and advocacy. You do not need to live or work in Greece to join. Our members come from throughout the region. In short, we're better together, and together, we're moving business forward. Visit greecechamber.org or call 585-227-7272 to join today.
Tune in anywhere. Live streaming to PCs and mobile devices at WYSL1040.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Bartolomeo and Parado Funeral Homes. I'm your host, Sarah Lentini, also the president and CEO of the Greece Regional Chamber, and I'm delighted to welcome my next guest, Matt Weinrich, owner of Yeti to Work, who has been on the show before, and we're delighted to welcome him again. Welcome, Matt.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So, Matt, let's start with Yeti to Work. Not everybody listening will have listened to previous shows. So what is Yeti to Work? What do you do?
Yeah. So Yeti to Work has actually, the timing's pretty funny. We've just been around. We just had our 6-year anniversary, so we've been open for 6 years.
Congratulations!
We are. Thank you so much. We are a recruiting firm. So we partner with different businesses and help them find their next great employees. We do a little bit of everything from IT, manufacturing, sales, admin, operations, management, engineering, and kind of a little bit of everything in between. And we do it all on a direct hire basis. And primarily we serve the greater Rochester area. The bulk of our business is in the greater Rochester area, but we do have a couple of clients that, maybe will hire across the country or even potentially some remote positions from time to time. But our main focus is in the greater Rochester area.
Wonderful. So you're very much focused on our community, and it sounds like you cover a lot of different industries. So am I correct in calling you generalists as opposed to specialists in a particular field?
Yeah, that would be correct. So when we started the company 6 years ago, my partner at the time and I both had experience doing a variety of different types of jobs that we've worked on. So we kind of wanted to maybe focus more on, the customer, the employer. We initially started working with smaller to medium-sized businesses and maybe the companies that don't have the bandwidth to bring on an HR or a recruiting staff just to support them and help them find some employees. We do have a couple of bigger clients now, but still the bulk of it is with, smaller and medium-sized companies. So that was kind of our niche, our specialty. But we do handle a variety of opportunities, like you mentioned, more of a generalist type of company.
Which is nice because if somebody has staffing needs, they can turn to you probably for assistance with most, if not all of them, as opposed to having to go elsewhere for a different kind of position.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We're definitely open to taking on and talking to any potential client or customer that would be hiring. We've even looked for, hairstylists in the past, things that we never thought we would have worked on, but we've met with the owners of the companies and liked them and worked out a deal to help them find different types of jobs like that. So we've done a little bit of everything.
That's great. And before we get into some of the specific jobs that maybe you even have open right now, how do companies work for you? How does paying you work? I mean, do they have to pay you just for looking for somebody, or is payment only something that is needed if you find somebody they really love?
Yeah, good question. So it's the latter of your responses there, Sarah. So we work on a contingent basis. So you would only pay us if you hire someone that we refer over to you. So, when we work with different companies, we do understand and realize that, they have their own postings out there. They have different people working for their company that they might want to refer friends over, people that they know that might be good fits. And that's a win-win for everybody, bringing on people that you trust and, maybe could do the job really well. But it almost can't hurt to have us look as well. If you like someone that we refer over, then we would send an invoice. But if you don't and want to kind of just hire someone on your own, then that's fine too. So yeah, we don't pay. You don't have to pay us to engage us to work or search. It just only if you hire someone that we refer over to you.
That's great. So that I didn't even know that. So if the search is open and you're assisting, but the candidate comes from a source other than you, then the employer is not paying you anything.
That's correct.
Okay,
yeah,
so
and it's not uncommon for some employers to, like I mentioned, they might have one HR person overseeing 100-person company, so they might have some postings out there, or they might have some feelers out there, or some resource out there other than us looking as well. And it happens often. We still try our best to help find the right person and be of assistance in any way possible. But again, it's one of those deals where if we would only pay us if we hire someone that we refer over. So it's almost a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, it really is. You're right. Why not have you also look? Why not have you look as well? And one of the things that I want to make sure to mention is that you've got a really nice partnership with the Greece Regional Chamber. And you, Matt, thank you. You serve on the board of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, and then you guys are members of the chamber. And we've sort of got a longstanding partnership with you guys so that there are some benefits to coming through the chamber to get assistance from Yeti to work, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been a relationship that I think that's worked out for everybody. So if you are a Greece Chamber member and you're looking to hire your next employee, if you contact us and we help you find that person, we give you a discount on the fee. So, some of the cost is just taken off from the beginning. And then part of the fee that we receive goes back to the Greece Chamber of Commerce, which they use to, keep things going or help keep things going and really just kind of benefits, everybody. I feel like that it would be in the chamber. So,
so speaking of win-wins, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So it's one of those things where we definitely take pride in working with chamber members to help support the community and the chamber itself, too.
And I know there have been any number of chamber businesses that have used you and have been very happy with the results. So thank you from us for the partnership and from them, if I can be so bold, for the great work that you've provided. So tell us a little bit about what's open. One of the things, just to say, one of the things I've been hearing pretty consistently ever since COVID and almost more since sort of in the post-COVID era, if that's where we are. I'm not even sure where we are. What I've been hearing from businesses is that it's a challenge to find employees. And I'm hearing this across industries. So I think what you do is more important than ever. What kinds of things are you looking to fill right now, just to give us a taste of what might be available?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we have a variety of openings that change pretty consistently based on new jobs that are coming in or jobs that maybe get filled. But currently we have some manufacturing jobs open. So we have, different maintenance mechanic jobs open. So if you're able to fix and repair machinery, we have some great opportunities with some really good clients to do that. We have a couple of sales jobs locally that you kind of work like a hybrid type schedule, primarily remote, but you can, one of the things really they would probably want you to come in every once in a while that has a base salary plus commission. We have warehouse and delivery driver jobs available for a local construction company. Obviously that one would be 100% in not the office, but in the warehouse. But, for it being a warehouse delivery position that pays very well, and it's a small but growing very quickly company. And then we have a lot of just skilled labor type jobs. So we're working on some, HVAC technicians, like I mentioned, some maintenance mechanics. We had electrician openings and things like that. So kind of a wide variety. I would encourage you, if you have any interest or want to just check out our openings or even want to refer someone over, just to check out our website, which is just www.yetitowork.com, and that's YETITOWORK.com, and we have a jobs page right on our website, easy to find. Again, that gets updated regularly whenever new jobs come in or different jobs get closed out.
Wonderful. And Matt, if people wanted an alternate way of connecting with you, whether they're job applicants or candidates, or whether they're businesses looking to fill positions, is there an alternate way to reach you, a phone number, an email?
Yeah, absolutely. Both are good, easy ways to reach me. I can give if it's okay, I can give that information
Absolutely.
out, right now.
Yep.
My cell phone, which can be used over phone calls or text messaging, is area code 419-344-4646. It's just a 419 area code. I live in Rochester, but I'm from Ohio, and I've never made the effort to change my phone number. So, but I do live in Rochester. And then my email address is just matt@yetitowork.com. And, it all comes right to my phone no matter what. So if it comes in the evening, I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Any inquiries or questions or things like that, I see it, and I get to it as soon as I possibly can. So three easy ways to reach me: phone, text, email.
Wonderful. And you're reaching the owner of the company, which is also lovely, as opposed to maybe reaching somebody that isn't going to give you as direct access to the information and the action steps that you want. And having worked with Yeti to Work and having worked with Matt over a number of years now, I think pretty much since your company started, I'm going to say you're not kidding that you guys are responsive. You are, you couldn't ask for nicer, more responsive folks, and in today's world, that means quite a bit. So we're just going to say that one more time. The email address is Matt, that's M as in Mary or M as in Matt, right? MATT at yetitowork.com. Matt at yetitowork.com. Yeti, YETI. Yeti to Work, and Yeti is indeed the abominable snowman, which is the adorable, it's the adorable character that connects to their brand and their logo. Matt, before I let you go, are you seeing any kind of trends that you think our listening audience might be interested in hearing about? Are there more jobs than ever, or more jobs that are techie in nature? Because I heard you mention quite a lot of openings that seem to require a certain amount of training, right? What are you seeing in the landscape?
Yeah, and I think this trend has been going on even pre-COVID. But whatever, like you mentioned, are we post-COVID or COVID current? But there's always a need for skilled labor. People to do the skilled trade. So, there's always going to be a need for people to fix and install plumbing, HVAC, electrical, building homes, building any kind of infrastructure, repairing equipment, machines. Those types of jobs are very readily available and pay probably more than you would think. You can make a really good living doing that type of job and that type of work. So those jobs are always in demand, probably now more than ever, even though, again, it's been going on pre-COVID. But I feel like, maybe with COVID, kind of the world shut down a little bit, and people started just staying home and doing things like that. So maybe people kind of got away from going to different people's homes or different businesses or even going into their place of work to do the job that was needed. It works for a lot of people that work from home, but not for everybody. And you can, like I mentioned, you can make a really, really good living by picking up a skilled trade, maybe going to a BOCES or somewhere like that and talking with them and seeing, what their different options are, what the potential living would look like, after you get your certification or your degree or whatever it is, what the potential earnings could look like. And then, there's good union jobs doing those types of jobs too. So definitely skilled trades. And then for anything that's, more, I guess, what you'd call white collar, I think companies that are at least offering at minimum a hybrid type works environment have an advantage. Just with the way that life being as crazy as it is right now, with appointments and meetings and the capability to do things over video and phone calls and getting people together to collaborate, even though while they might be in different homes or different places, kind of getting together on a computer screen, you can still get that collaboration type atmosphere going. I feel like those companies might have a little bit of an advantage, even if it's just like 1 day a week maybe to work from home, or a few days, or whatever works for everybody. Those are a couple of things that I think that we're seeing quite a bit of when we're talking to people in different companies. Demand for skilled trade always as high as it's ever been. And then anything else, if you at least have a hybrid type work environment, more top talent will be drawn to that, as opposed to maybe requiring, maybe someone doesn't want to work 100% remote and they want to be in the office, or maybe they vice versa. But giving them that option, can benefit everybody.
No, that makes a lot of sense, and thank you so much for those insights. They sound like they're spot on, just from what little I know about the landscape and the environment. And I love that you made the point that you can make a ton of money in the skilled trades, and we've seen it too, that anything that has to do with the home, all the businesses that had to do with the home seem to have just done extremely well and are continuing to do extremely well because people have been home focused. So wonderful points. Thank you so much for giving us an overview of Yeti to Work and what's going on in the employment landscape. Matt Weinrich, owner, Yeti to Work, thank you so much for being with us here today on Business Voice.
Thank you so much for having me, Sarah. Talk to you soon.
Okay, you betcha. That just about does it for us here today on Business Voice. You've been listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Bartolomeo and Parado Funeral Home. The program is a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. I'm the president and CEO of the Chamber, Sarah Lentini, and I want to thank not just our presenting sponsor, Bartolomeo and Parado, but also our guests on today's show, starting with Peter Messner of Messner Flooring, Jay Wilmot and Bill Judkins of the Mall at Grease Ridge, and of course Matt Weinrich, owner of Yeti to Work. I also want to give a big shout out to WYSL. I'm sitting across from Bob D'Angelo right here in the studio. They do a great job, and we are so grateful to them for their partnership. Before I let you go, do check us out on the web. We're at greasechamber.org. That's greasechamber.org. And until next time, be well.
You've been listening to Business Voice. The Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce serves businesses, nonprofits, and individuals throughout the region, focusing on promoting economic and community development and serving as the voice for business. The Chamber offers networking, education, advocacy, community events, and business services. It serves as an important platform for business leaders and citizens to come together in support of common goals.